Hey there, guys. And yeah, this one came across my Steam, and you know what? I figured it's a demo. Might as well try it. Can't be that bad. And I think it's got some voice acting in it, but it's all Japanese. So I'll just be like reading it over after the voice actress and just going over it in English. If I clear my throat a lot, or if I like cut out all of a suddenly, I am starting to get sick a little bit. So sorry about that. Not much I can do there. So sorry for the sniffles and all that crap. But yeah. So what this is called OshiRabu. Waifus over Husbandos. So looks gay as fuck, so that's kinda up my alley. Let's go for it. Let's see what it's like. Let's start this.
私がまだ子供だった頃、憧れていた物語がある。
There was a story I was enamored with as a child.
ワクワクするような恋の物語。
A tale of romance that enthralled and excited.
その物語の中では、宇宙からやってきた女の子が地球人の男の子にたくさんの大きな愛を叫んでいた。
What stories were you reading as a kid? In that story, an alien descended from the stars to loudly proclaim her love to an earthling man.
大人はみんなこんな風に台風みたいな恋をするんだ。
I thought that this was how love played out for adults, whirling into their lives like a tornado. If only.
そう母親に話したら、知らない人にアクルがさらわれちゃったらお母さん悲しいわなんて苦笑いを浮かべられたっけ。 When
I shared my thoughts with my mom, she smiled wryly and told me that mommy would be sad if some stranger came and swept me away.
でもまさか十数年経った今、こんな配役で物語が実現するなんて思ってもみなかった。
Oh, that's kind of a long sentence. Like, the voice actors, the sentence looks so much shorter. It's kind of weird how some languages, like the translations and stuff, just goes on. Anyway, still, I never imagined that now, decades later, I would play a role in such a story. Wow, okay. There's a euphemism in there. The man drew his sword and fixed me with his steely gaze. Yep, there's definitely something going on over there. My heart pounded urgently. That sounds wrong. Is this another Ornish game? I mean, I just came off of Honey Pop. Yeah, that doesn't sound bad at all. But okay. You could have said all of that, or at least not make it look as horrible as this. With a yell, he brought the blade down on the box, which split open with a flash of blinding light. Gulping, I fixed his image in my mind and... Yeah, I'm gonna leave all the weird sounds to her. Painfully familiar silhouettes appeared on the screen of the smartphone clutched in my hand. An offhand, canned response showed up in the text box of the sword-wielding man. How do you do? Uh-oh, money down the drain again? Why do I get everyone except Koehei-kun? In the mobile game Swordsman for Sale, known to its fans by the shortened Japanese name Kensho, you collected famous swordsmen from history to put together the strongest team of sellsword. My husbando was Akiyama Koehei-kun, and he was up as an SR in the most recent limited time gacha campaign. Okay. The words 30 minutes to go were splashed across the screen, urging me to try one more pull. Actually, most of this so far looks good. It's just there are some spelling things here and there, spelling and grammar, but I can overlook those. This is still a demo.
ほんと検証ってドロップ率厳しいよね。あ、 平蔵くん SR は出てるじゃん。
The drop rates in this game are way harsh. Oh look, you got Heizukun's SR.
なんで他のキャラは来てくれるのに。
Like I said, everyone else. Right. My husbando still hasn't come home. Of course, I had his rares, but still. Which is why today was the day, though it didn't seem like that for my longtime friend Shino. She'd been nonchalantly drinking her tea the whole time. Ugh. She was only so relaxed because neither of her favorite pairing were in the pool this time.
確か平蔵くん SR5 枚目とか言ってなかったっけ。このままじゃ平蔵くんで野球チーム作れるんじゃない。
Wasn't it like your 5th Heizo SR? You can make a full baseball team of Heizos.
自分の推しがいない球団なんて作ってどうするの。こちとら単体競技でも十分だっての。ってそれはいいんだけどさ。
Wow. Why would I make a team without my husbando? The single player experience is more than enough for me. I mean, if I had even one of him. Gulping down a mouthful of my coffee, which was the price of 2 gacha pulls, I heaved a deep sigh. Maybe if I'd spent that money on gacha instead, I'd have my Kohei-kun by now. Wow. It's really good. The cooler rim of the copper mug seemed to have cooled me down too. I was converting everything around me into gacha currency. If I sold the outfit I was wearing right now, that could be 10 more consecutive pulls. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's kinda... I don't know, this... in a weird way, this is actually kinda highlighting the problem we have with loot boxes and stuff these days in games. This is actually interesting in that sense. A little weird, but amusing. So, how much did you put into it this time? My thoughts, which had been drifting to gacha land, were pulled back to earth by Shino's words. Careful, I couldn't afford to waste a single second. Wow, okay. About 2 months' rent. Wow, you're in deep. Even though I was working every day for the sake of my husbando, sinking in hundreds of dollars wasn't exactly easy on my wallet. Yeah, that's kind of why I stay away from mobile games. They're even worse than the PC freaking loot boxes. Damn, man. I knew that, but this time was super special. I mean... Going back to the game, I opened the gacha screen again. The image from the event's SR card, Koei-kun, dressed in a dashing white tuxedo, filled the screen. The theme of the event was spring wedding. In other words, this was no ordinary gacha. This was my once-in-a-lifetime chance to marry my husbando. What the fuck? It's a game character. Well, whatever floats your boat, I guess.
でもさ、今回のガチャ、結婚がテーマでしょ？いわばガチャって推しへのプロポーズみたいなものだと思うの。
But you see, the theme this time is a wedding, right? So like, pulling the card is like proposing to your husbando. Can we get rid of that word and just say husband?
なるほど。
Okay.
結婚指輪の相場、給料3ヶ月分って言うでしょ？
And they say that an engagement ring should cost about 3 months' salary, right? This is getting a little creepy. Yeah, and?
つまり、給料3ヶ月分まで出すべきでは？
And doesn't that mean I should be prepared to put in 3 months' salary?
待って。
Where is this going? Hang on.
あるいは春のボーナスで一括。
If I put my spring bonus in altogether...
あのさ、あーちゃん。先月クレジットカードでイベントの物販買い占めてなかった？
Hey, Achan, didn't you put all that event merch on your credit card last month?
した。
Yeah?
今月、その引き落としが来るの忘れてない。
And aren't you forgetting you're gonna get charged for it this month? A sharp pain lands through my chest. Other than cold hard cash, there was also this magical card you could use, but even that card had its limits. Yep. In other words, this was my last chance. Oh wow. This is a bit much. If this fails, there's always the money for my utilities bill. Really? Ah-chan?
いや、敗北した時のことなんて考えるのは推しにも失礼。常に胸に勝利を、推しへの愛を。
You're crazy, woman. Oh, it's not fair in him to think about failure. I must always keep victory in mind, and love for my husbando. That's such a weird fucking word.
私はこの一投、いや、1タップに全力をかける。生死をかけなくて何が惜しい。
You're a little bit too on this. I'll put all my power into this one shot. No, there's one tap. Please bring my husband home. Yeah, I'll leave that voice set to you. Just as I was about to jab my trembling finger onto the screen, I heard a small voice. Oh, got it. At the same time, a chair went up. It seemed like something was going on at the register. The crowd there was blocking the entrance to the cafe. With my fingers still hovering in midair, I looked over in that direction. What's going on? No idea. Thing? Vaguely curious, I stood up to get a better look. I could see a girl in the middle of the crowd. The girl glanced at me before turning her gaze back to the register. Mind if I go take a look? Sure, go ahead. I'll be right back. I got up from my seat. The girl's clothes were all garishly bright, like they'd been colored in with crayon. She looked like something spilled out of an upended toy box. Wow, that's kind of nasty. She was wearing a short pink skirt and an aqua blue sweater. When I got up close to her, her sparkling expression was almost blinding. Yay, thanks so much. The girl looked triumphant as the store clerk handed her a ticket what? My brain just went, wait, what? The girl looked triumphant as the store clerk handed her a ticket along with a congratulations. That word should not be there. My brain completely farted out on that. Looking closer, I saw a panel beside the register advertising the chance to enter some kind of lottery with your purchase. The main prize showed the silhouette of a castle with the words "All expenses paid overseas trip with 2 theme park tickets" flashed across it. They really had splurged on that grand prize. Whoa. Nice, if only I had the same kind of luck. The crowd started to disperse as the girl stowed the tickets away in her bag. Then, as though suddenly noticing me standing there, she tilted her head at me curiously. You want this, lady? Wow, okay, you want this, lady? Oh, no. I hurriedly waved my hands around in denial, completely forgetting I was still clutching my phone. Uh-oh. Bye-bye phone. Then, remembering what was currently open on my screen, I quickly hugged it to my chest. But I was too late. After staring intently at the screen for a moment, the girl raised her head to look at me. That's like one of those games, right? Like a gacha game. How did this clearly trendy and popular girl know that nerdy word? Yeah, it is. My friends are like always asking me to pull for them or whatever, since I have such good luck. She explained to me clearly, reading my thoughts and my puzzled expression. Alright, I see. The girl beamed up at me, her eyes wide and round like a little forest creature. A pink gloss shone seductively on her lips. Why are you noticing that? Want me to give it a try for you too, lady? Hang on. As she reached out her hand to me, I instinctively pulled back, but that just made her stretch forward even more, looking a little offended. I don't even know you. Oh, come on, you just saw me win that prize. But it's not... Let me just give it one go. My entire future rests on that one go. Using the inches I had on her, I lifted my phone above her head. After giving me a hard stare, she switched gears and reached for something else. Uh-oh. All the strength left me as her hand slid over my body. What is she doing? What is she up to? Clever. Clever. Okay. That's smooth. I can give you that one. Deftly catching the phone as it fell from my limp grasp, she grinned at me impishly, like a kid who just pulled off a prank. I win. You're so cute, lady. Clever. My words died on my lips as the image on the screen changed. The man with the sword looked at me, then swung. As the light effect enveloped the screen, I screwed my eyes shut. That sounded so bad. I just had a honey pop flash. I couldn't believe it. My one chance and everything riding on it had been stolen from me and smashed to smithereens by this random girl. I was already writing my own eulogy as I timidly opened my eyes. Looks like something decent. There in the girl's hand, standing in front of a bright chapel, was a softly smiling man in a tuxedo. Wow, she actually did it. Tousled dark brown hair, a sweet smile, a short sword at his hip, and the proposal. He must be quite the... What the fuck is that word? Dilettante. Looking to exchange vows with an old codger like me, are you sure? Koe-kun chuckled good-naturedly, looking a little bashful. Wow. I hugged the girl's hand and the phone in it. Or rather, the Koe-kun in it. This is good. This has got terrible written all over it. I want to marry you. What? Yeah. Gripping the device in both hands, I gazed down at the Koe-kun on the screen, the gentle smile gracing my groom's face. I had to marry him. I mean, I've been single for a while. No shame in it, but then I'm not that desperate. Or, wait, are we already married? The figure before me was so stunningly dashing, I felt dizzy, like my brain had been put in a blender. Lovely mental image, thank you for that. What? This is a weird situation. I promise to make you happy. I'll devote myself to you. I love you so much. Wow. Poor person. Yeah. Don't worry, girly, I feel for you. This is a weird situation. Hey, I'm the narrator in this. I feel just as weirded out. I wanted to tell him so desperately, yet now that it came down to it, I couldn't seem to get the words out properly. It's a character on the screen. All I knew was that, while I'd been savoring the bliss of knowing I could be with the one I love forever, the words tap to say yes had appeared on the screen. Lady? Uh-oh. The girl's voice snapped me back to reality. Crap, I was squeezing my phone so hard I was about to crack it. Oh, sorry about that. You scared me. You're intense, lady. The girl's cheeks were slightly flushed. I only understand what she was saying. Well, that's love for you. Was I intense? I thought I was just in love. The girl's face flushed an even deeper shade of red, and she lowered her gaze. Well, this is moving fast, but I'm happy. Yeah, thanks, I'm really happy too. Finally releasing the girl's hand, I took my phone back. Seriously, thank you. Well, sure, but about what you just said. Oh, sorry, see you later. Tina must have been watching the whole thing. Now that things had calmed down, she waved to get my attention. Eager to tell her about Koe-kun, I thanked the girl again before rushing back to my friend. What were you doing with that teeny bopper? Teeny bopper? Teeny bopper? What kind of a word is that? Okay. You won't believe it, Shino. Look at this. Is that? Akiyama Koi's new SR Sakura wedding? Husband's finally come home. We're getting married. I feel weird just reading that. I let out a long, blissful sigh. I'd expected Shino to share in my excitement, but her reaction was surprisingly diluted. Oh, so that's why you said you wanted to get married. Uh-oh. I sent her a questioning look, but she was looking past me toward the girl I'd just been talking to. Uh-oh. Chin in hand, Shino muttered to herself, clearly deeply in thought. Then something seemed to occur to her. What the hell? I'm sure I've seen this play out in a manga before. Boo, she left. This could be... That moment in time, I was so obsessed with my husband, the girl immediately vanished from my mind. Little did I know the mess I'd gotten myself into. That's actually... It's kind of odd, the game. I think this is probably ending for it. Oh! More? Wow, I actually thought it would be over for now. I was like, damn, this is short. I'm done for the day. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. After saying goodbye to my coworkers, I left the hotel where I worked, suppressing the urge to skip all the way back home. I settled for simply hurrying. I'm so happy Koi-kun's come home. I could die! Wow. I pulled out my phone while I walked. When I started up the Kensho app, Koi-kun was there waiting for me as usual in his tuxedo. The top page, the text that accompanied him made my heart flutter every time. Oh wow. Lady, you're weird. Savoring that joy, I knew that my life would be a breeze from here on out. Or so I thought. That voice. Ouch, my ears. Hey, lady. Long time no see. The moment I heard that voice, I was struck by a shock. So you do work at the Imperial Aso Hotel, huh? You're... I looked back over my shoulder. Standing there was a girl I'd met yesterday in the cafe. Her eyes shining even brighter than they had back then. What situation did you get yourself into, woman? I mean, I've gotten myself into some funny and weird situations, but this one takes a fucking cake. What? Did you forget your fiance's face? Uh-oh. Huh? For a moment, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. You proposed to me, remember? And then you, like, ran off. Proposed? That was even more unbelievable. What's she talking about? Seemingly oblivious to my confusion, the girl continued sulkily. Honestly, you know what? I would gladly, like, just do the grammar and spelling for these guys, because I mean, I take it obviously that English is not their first language, but I would absolutely be fine with them sending me this stuff and just doing the grammar and spelling for them, because as weird as this little interaction is, it's kind of amusing actually. I'd like to have them have that chance to properly get it over to an English audience. This is actually hilarious. It's a good job I had your business card. My what? Hold up just a second. I couldn't wrap my head around what was happening. First things first, I had to get her off me. Grabbing her by the wrist, I peeled her off me. Thankfully, she stepped back. Peeled her off you? Well, considering the picture we just saw, she was pretty much wrapped around her.
ごめんごめん。
Oh, my bad.
そもそもどうしてあなたが
I don't even know who you are.
あなたじゃなくレン古舘レンだから。
I'm Ren Furutachi.
古舘さんあどうしてこんなところにいるの
Furutachi-san, is it? What are you doing here? Although my workplace wasn't too far from where we'd met the other day in Kinchicho, it was too much of a coincidence to just bump into each other here. The girl answered my suspicious question nonchalantly.
だって結婚するんでしょで名刺見て迎えに来ちゃった
Oh my god. We're getting married, aren't we? So I, looked at your business card and came to meet you after work.
名刺
You have my business card?
ああこれ
Yep, here. My eye twitched as I looked down at the card she'd pulled out of her bag. The name and logo of the hotel I worked at were stamped in gold gilt onto the card.
あの時カフェで落としていったの覚えてる
You dropped it at the cafe, remember?
あ
Right. Now that you mention it, I did remember I'd slipped some cards into my phone case when I went to some exhibition or other. I guess one could have fallen out. Still, it was quite the coincidence.
ねえねえアクルって呼んでいい
Not to be a little strange or anything, but why is it that you are basically okay with pretty much everything that's happening, but not once have you questioned her about what makes her think you two are getting married? Hey, so mind if I call you Okuru? Furutachi-san called me by my name on my card like we were old friends, and she was saying we were going to get married. That was impossible.
待って
Finally. Wait, what's this about getting married?
こんなに熱いプロポーズされたの初めてだしびっくりしたけどお姉さん美人だからいいかなって
I was shook too. I've never had such an intense proposal, but you're like so pretty, I figured YOLO. Why the hell would you think I'd propose to her? And then I remembered.
結婚しよう
Yep. That bit you in the ass and bit you hard.
絶対幸せにするほんと尽くすほんと好きお姉さんあ
And there we got the perfect reaction.
ーいやあれは違くて
No, that wasn't what I meant. Those words had been meant for Koiku, not her.
何が
What wasn't?
あれは
That was my husband.
私の推し
I cut myself off. I didn't want to tell this random girl whose name I barely knew, this cruel girl, about my geeky hobbies.
いや今更かもしれない
Although maybe it's a bit late for that.
それは別の人に言った言葉で
I was saying it to someone else.
別の人
Ooh. Yeah, how are you gonna get out of this one?
あのプロポーズは嘘だったの
So that proposal was what? A joke? Furutachi-san pressed me, clearly dissatisfied with my response. The way she was puffing out her cheeks was super cute. But in all my 26 years of life, I'd only ever loved 2D men. And she was 3D, and a girl. Hey, don't knock boobs until you try them.
いやそれはない
No, it wasn't a joke. It was impossible. Sure, there had been a time when I'd yearned for something real, but that was long gone. Plus, I'd never been into the same sex.
じゃあ本当
So it was for real? Her eyes lit up. She looked like she was about to leap into my arms, so I held her back with both hands.
ストップとにかくそれは誤解なの申し訳ないけど私はあなたとは付き合えないわ
Stop right there. It was a misunderstanding. I'm sorry, but I can't go out with you.
そっか
Really?
そう
Really? So? Relieved that I seemed to have got through to her, I let out my breath. But alas, I was naive.
でも私がアクルのこと気に入っちゃった
But I really like you, Akuru. Tachi-san clung onto my arm, grinning up at me.
結婚は残念だけど、私お姉さんのこと好きだもん。だから連絡先教えて。
Well, I mean, there's worse fates than having a pretty girl basically force herself on you. It's a shame we're postponing the wedding, but I love you, so give me your number. She was already pulling out her phone, dripping with dozens of cute keychains. Yeah, she seems the type. Wheeze? God damn. No, why did I read that? No. What? She loved me? You didn't just go throwing that word around. Besides, this was moving way too fast for me to keep up. Are all young people these days this pushy? I wouldn't know. This girl was crazy intense, like some kind of alien from outer space. Yeah, there's your story from earlier. Sure, I'd wanted to thank her, but never in a million years had I expected her to come to my workplace and demand my number. Come on, give me your number. She opened up her messaging app and looked at me expectantly. What's the problem? Yeah, you're kind of stuck. She's got a point. Being around me might work in your favor. I'm pretty lucky. Well... honestly, that was a pretty inviting proposition. Scoring tickets to live shows, gacha, and otaku's life was all about luck. I'd already seen with my own eyes just how lucky this girl could be. I silently held out my phone to her. It was a transaction. A business arrangement to protect my life with my husband, to deepen our love. Why a 2D dude? Why someone on a mobile game? That you ain't getting nothing out of it. Thanks, I'll text you, Akuru. And that was how Akuru Hayahoshi met Ren Furutachi. Or rather, how the universe threw them together. Huh. No way. I was in the break room at the Imperial Aso Hotel. My scream echoed around the small room situated behind the lavish reception hall, dripping with glittering chandeliers. I would have used a different word, but okay. Phone clutched in my hands. My eyes were glued to the words on the screen. Achan, your otaku's side showing. Sorry. Chino stared blearily at me over her convenience store rice bowl. Our lunch break was the only time Shino and I got to talk, as she was in the linens department while I was out front. I had a habit of lapsing into fandom talk whenever we were able to get together. No, but Nishiki-san, this is an issue related to my work efficiency. Why are you using my last name? I'm blending in. Of course, Hayahoshi-san. As we stealthily continued our conversation, I deliberately held out my phone for her to see. Kensho is holding a fan event. Real? Maintenance just ended, so I figured something might be announced. From what I could gather from the in-game announcement, they would be holding an IRL fan meeting. My hands unconsciously tightened around my phone. It's finally here, a real live event. You gonna go? Obviously! Obviously, I'll get to hear Koya-kun's voice live, and I bet they'll sell merch. You really think I wouldn't go to their very first event? Will Koya-kun actually be there? How should I know? Wow. So you don't even know.
ちょっと待って、今調べるわ。
Wait, I'll check right now. I'd got so carried away in my hype, I'd forgotten to check the most important thing. I quickly bent back to reading the rest of the announcement.
あ、出るってお知らせに書いてあった。
Ah, he's gonna be there. It says right here in the announcement. The post detailed the time and place of the event, along with a list of participating characters. Juno opened the app on her phone too and scanned the cast list.
っていうか、メインキャラ全員出るじゃん。
Looks like all the main characters are in.
あ、本当だ。
Yeah, you're right.
宮笹もおる。
Miyasa's is on there too.
ファン見ない企画は未公開。キャストの声優のツリッターは、まだ告知出てないな。
They haven't announced the schedule yet, and the voice actors. They haven't posted anything on Twitter either. Juno squinted down at her phone, her eyes flicking up and down as she scrolled quickly through social media. The infor-gathering speed of a power which Hoshiru ran 3 Dushin circles at once was truly a force to be reckoned with. I'll take your word for it.
抽選チケットはドラマ CD についてくる感じか。
I bet the lottery tickets are gonna come with a drama CD.
ドラマ CD つまんと。
Crap, I've got to pre-order a whole bunch. If the lottery tickets came with the CD, then the only way to gain more chances was to buy more CDs. You were basically obligated to buy a whole stack.
アクル、この前ガチャで爆散してたけど大丈夫？
Akura, didn't you just plug all your money into the gacha event? Can you afford it?
給料入ったしね。今回は余裕。
I got my paycheck, so I'm good. Yeah, what about your rent? I'd spoken too soon.
ちょっと待って、これ。
Hold up, look at this. Juno turned her phone around to show me. It was open on some kind of article.
秘宝、検証ファンミ決定も当選倍率は50倍以上かって、はあ ?50 倍
Hensha fan event announced. Lottery chance 1 in 50. What? 1 in 50? 1 in 50? The chance of winning a ticket in the lottery was 2%. In gacha terms, that was like pulling an SR. With what was in my bank right then, I could stretch to 20 copies at most. Definitely not a guaranteed win.
まあ、検証のユーザー数から見て、この会場のキャパじゃそうなるでしょう。
Judging by the number of players and the capacity of the venue, it's not looking good.
それはわかるけど。
You don't need to tell me that.
あーちゃん、ただでさえ運悪いもんな。
And you have, like, the worst luck. She was right. I knew that damn well. If only there was some way to cure my bad luck curse. Uh-oh.
いいやん、思いついた？とうとう臓器売る？
You come up with something? Finally time to sell your organs?
とうとうとか言うな。
I'm not there just yet.
でも、臓器売るよりもっときついかも。
Although this might actually be the harder option. Ooh.
ねえねえ、アクル。あの店めっちゃ可愛くない？
This is low. Oh, wow. Hey, Akuru. Isn't that place like super cute?
待って、引っ張らないで。
Could you stop pulling me? The paper bag hung heavily from my hand. My decrepit millennial body bearing the weight of 20 CDs. Or maybe I was bearing the weight of the entire situation.
それに私は今日は CD さえ買えれば。
All I need today are the CDs. Rin sent me a stern look. This girl was scary.
あ、いや、どうだろう。若い子のお店は。
Old fart, excuse me? You're 26. I mean, you know, an old fart like me has no place in a young person's store.
アクルだって若いじゃん。
She's got you there. You're young too,
現役ギャルに言われても。
says the Gen Zer. In order to win the lottery to attend the fan meeting, I first had to get lucky with the lottery tickets. With that thought in mind, I decided to make use of this lucky girl's power.
ま、アクルの狙いは分かってるけどね。なんか当たるんでしょ？その CD？
I know what you're after anyway. You, like, needed to win something, right? With those CDs? She reading you like a book.
やっぱり急にデートしたいなんてアクルのキャラじゃないと思った。
Knew it. I figured it's not like you want to go out on a date all of a sudden. Sorry.
悪かったわね。キャラじゃなくて。
Sorry, you're right. That's not like me. Ritachi-san had seen right through me. She nuzzled up against me triumphantly.
でも嬉しいよ。だってデートだし。
But I'm really happy. I mean, this is still a date. Yeah, I mean, you are using her, so you could just as well give her a date. I knew it. The choice of words had been unlike me, but having her poke fun at me about it was super embarrassing. I thought kids these days treated everything as a date.
アニメの知識だけど。
At least according to anime. Yeah, well, seems like you're living in one. Really, I didn't know anything about the youth of today. Everything cool, trendy kids like her.
で、何の CD 買ったの？
So, what CD did you buy? I hesitated, but Furutashi-san cheekily snatched one of the CDs out of the bag in my hands.
あ、ちょっと。
Oh, don't.
これがアクルの好きな男？
Are these the guys you're
見
into?
すぎじゃん。
Wait, why are there so many?
いや、それは。
That's all the characters. She stared at the cover with interest. All the Kensho characters were gathered together like some kind of group photo.
私が特に好きなのはこのキャラ。
This is the one I like.
って子供じゃん。アクルってショタコンなの？
What? He's like a kid. Akuro, you're a Shotacon. Furutashi-san followed my finger to the character, then gulped at me.
子供じゃない。秋山浩平君は弱い80を超える老剣客なの。
He's not a kid. Akiyama Koi-kun is a swordsman in his 80s. Apparently he still looks really young to her.
じゃあ老人じゃん。
So he's an old man.
老人じゃない。
He's not an old man. He's in his 80s. I restrained myself from yelling any further. Passers-by were already giving us curious looks.
とにかくもう返してよ。
Anyway, give it back.
怒った？
Are you mad at me?
別に。
No.
ごめんって。
Oh, come on, I'm sorry. She held the CD out to me apologetically. I couldn't tell whether she was serious or messing with me. Perhaps both? You know what? I'm sorry for lying.
こっちこそ嘘ついてごめんなさい。
I was in the wrong too, but it was only right I apologized. Furutashi-san's eyes widened in surprise.
アクル。休日の貴重な時間を使わせたのに申し訳ないなって。
Sorry for wasting your time on a week. Feeling awkward, I averted my gaze and tucked my hair behind my ear. Furutashi-san stared at me in amazement for a few more seconds before finally breaking the silence.
めっちゃ可愛い。めっちゃチューしたい。
This is getting out of hand. You're so cute. I so want to kiss you right now.
チューしていい？
Oh boy. My mind went blank at the unexpected proposition. Oh boy. Furutachi-san was already reaching out her hand toward my cheek, ready to make good on her word. I quickly caught hold of her wrist and pulled it away.
Stop!
Stop right there.
ダメなの？
I'm not allowed?
ダメです。
You are not allowed. Access denied.
そっか。
So that's how it is.
とにかく今日はありがとう。
Anyway, thanks
私は
for
もう
today.
家帰るから。
I'm gonna head home.
あ、じゃあついていっていい？
What? Already? Oh, can I come with? What?
何言ってるの？
You got yourself into this. Furutachi-san spun around in front of me, pouting sulkily. The next words out of her mouth were surprisingly convincing.
それくじ引きみたいなもんなんでしょ？抽選はこの後行われるんだろうし、当たったのが分かるまで一緒にいなきゃ意味ないじゃん。
She got a point. These CDs are for like a lottery, right? So don't be like need to stay together till you know you've won. She had a logical point. The CDs only contained the lottery tickets. The draw for the fan meeting would take place several weeks from now.
それはそうだけど、でもずっと一緒にいるなんて。
That's true, but it's not like we can be together all the time. That wasn't possible. Not unless you're married or something.
同棲すればいいじゃん。
We can live together.
いや、
Oh, God. I barely knew this girl. Yet for her part, she didn't seem at all bothered by that fact.
いいじゃん。アクルのうちに少しの間止めて。お昼 間はちゃんと学校行くし、バイトだってあるから。
What's the big deal with staying at your place for a while? I'll still go to class during the day in my part-time job. Can't argue that. He's got a point.
この子が何考えてるのかよくわかんないし、そんな子と一緒に生活するなんて。
I have no idea how this girl's mind works. How can I possibly live with her? I couldn't even begin to imagine it. On the other hand, being around her could mean winning that coveted 2% probability ticket. The two opposing views fought in my mind. Yeah, we know which way you're gonna go.
いや、ほら、見ず知らずの私の家に、しかも何日も泊まるなんて親御さんが許さないし。
Somehow I get a feeling that's not gonna be a problem. No, but you don't even know me, and I doubt your parents would be okay with you staying at some stranger's house for days at a time.
いや、私、もともと一人暮らしなんだよね。
Nah, I already live on my own anyway. In a split second, her previous cheerful demeanor had vanished. She looked down at the ground and she spoke in a sad whisper.
一人暮らしって、この年齢で?
She lives alone? At her age? The scene from a TV show I'd been watching the other day popped into my head. A delinquent girl wandering the streets at night, older men with ill intentions approaching her. The dark images swirled in my mind. She looks immature, but she's still pretty much a kid after all. Wow. I'd feel a lot safer with someone competent like you around. That's just mulking it. Can I? If at any point I think it's not working, you're out. In an instant, her gloomy expression had vanished like dew under the sun, and her eyes sparkled. Why? Okay. Why is she noticing all these little details about her appearance? It's kind of weird, actually. Yes, I'm so hyped. Woo, let's go. I want to see your place. Maybe I spoke too soon. But it was already too late, for Itachi-san linked her arm through mine and set off, pulling me along with incredible force. I already regretted everything. Oh, I kind of wonder how long this demo is gonna go. Is it like just a 1 day cycle? Like morning, afternoon? I walked the route from the station to my place like I'd done 100 times before, and stepped into the familiar apartment. But today there was one big difference. Thanks for having me. There was someone else in the space I usually shared with only myself. That was strange enough, but Ren's flashy figure... Wouldn't be an episode if I didn't fuck up the English language at least once. But Ren's flashy figure was like a jar of colorful beads had been spilled all over my neutral-toned apartment. Akuru, where's the bathroom? Over there! Hey! The moment I answered, she was already flinging open the door and marching inside. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Extra toothbrush? Check. Men's razor? Check. All negative. Wow. Crockery for one. Whoa, hang on. Why do you have so many mugs? Next to the bedroom. Hey, wait, that's mine. The bedroom was where I kept all my precious posters and other merch. Not only that, but an entire bookshelf full of comics featuring men in compromising positions. Oops. What do we have here? I dashed after her, but she was already turning in a different direction to what I'd predicted. I unceremoniously crashed into the bookshelf. Itachi-san stopped rummaging through the bedside table to stare at me wide-eyed. What are you doing, Akuru? Nothing. Rubbing my sore nose, I looked down at Furtachi-san sitting on the bed. She seemed calmer than before, no longer searching frantically for something.
そっちこそ何してるの？
What are you doing?
だってアクルに恋人がいないかチェックしとかなきゃって思って。
Well, I had to check whether or not you had a partner. Partner? I repeated the words to myself. I'd never even thought about it before.
別にいたとしても連れてこないから。それにあなたには関係ないでしょ。
Do you think you'd be here if I did? Besides, it's none of your business.
関係あるでしょ。
But it totally is. Well, technically you're engaged.
私アクルのことを好きだって言ったよね。
I told you I like you, remember? You got yourself in this situation, lady.
なるほどね。
I see, so that's how it is. Just as I was puzzling over her, my vision flipped upside down. The next thing I knew, a pair of pale, sparkling eyes were right in front of my own. Wow, okay, this is going 0 to 100. Please tell me I'm not gonna have to read some awkward things. God, why? Her previous innocent smile had vanished, replaced by an intense stare. She was so close that I could almost feel her breath on my face. I wanted to look away, but for some reason I couldn't. What's wrong? Are you not feeling well? My head spun and I could barely form words. I'd never had another woman in my personal space like this before. I felt like I might break out in a cold sweat. Interesting. The intense atmosphere abruptly loosened. With a soft giggle, Furtachi-san stroked my cheek. When I squirt? What? Squirt? When I squirmed. Oh, okay. When I squirmed at the ticklish sensation, she frowned.
嘘、本当？気づいてないんだ。
Are you for real? You really don't get it. Get what? I had no idea what she was talking about. One minute she was like a clingy kid. The next, she was laughing at some joke I wasn't in on.
もう、分かってよ。
Wake up already. The sweet scent of apricots filled my nose. A soft sensation across my cheek made me gasp.
今日はこれくらいにしといてあげる。
I'll leave it at that for today. There was a bashful tinge to her tone. Before I could work out what was going on, she continued.
言っとくけど、私レズだからね。
I'm a lesbian. Just putting that out there. Lesbian? Huh?
女の人が好きな女の子ってこと？
So she likes girls? My mind couldn't keep up. All our previous interactions spun through my mind like a kaleidoscope.
もしかして最初から今までずっと冗談でもからかってもいなかったってこと？
No shit, Sherlock, you only now figured that out? Does this mean that all this hasn't been a joke to her? I couldn't speak. The girl before me put her finger to her lips teasingly.
だからよそ見をするのはやめてよね、ダーリン。いや、ハニーかな。
So wake up and smell the lilies, okay? I've never used this term of endearment ever in my life. Darling. Or are you more of a honey? This is actually kind of cute. That was really a cute scene. I like that. Oh, so that's where it ends. Oh, now they're actually giving you like the intro to this. This is awesome, actually. Okay, this is actually kind of cute. I sense many funny moments in this. Okay, that was actually kind of cute. That was actually the perfect length for a demo, and I like that. I really actually like that. And if I was able to find the full version for this, I would probably play it, cause that was actually kind of cute in a wholesome kind of way. That was interesting. That was fun. Again, if I could ever like meet these guys or something, I would love to do the grammar and spelling for them for this stuff and help them out, because the writing is actually pretty cute, pretty. I don't know. The words that come up are cute and wholesome. So yeah, this is really nice. If anyone wants to try this out, this is free on Steam. And yeah, I don't know, it's just, I did not expect that. I expected a weird, goofy little dating sim, but not something that was as nicely put together as this, actually. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Remember to share, subscribe, like, dislike, whatever floats your boat. And yeah, just, I hope you enjoyed this, because I actually had fun with this one. Guys, remember to hit the notification bell, give it a little tickle, it likes it. If you want to spank it, go for that too, if that's your style. But, until next time, I will see you later.